It's okay. It's just a failing on your part.
Well, I don't know. It might be maybe not on my part.
Yeah, I'd say you just fail to understand the subtlety.
Yeah, the subtlety of the music, yeah.
Well, there's that, and there's also not changing your style at all, and just kind of rehashing the same old every album.
He's not marketing himself to the masses. He's not Madonna changing himself with every generation. Clearly
not with this attitude.
I mean, I don't know how much wax you have to have between your ears to think that down, 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 and boom, 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 boom sounds similar in any way.
Yeah,
well, now that I hear them one after the other, I feel I do have egg on my face.
Yeah. Seems to be a running theme tonight. You two bozos. Yeah.
So, Fiorentino, before we close out this episode, I know you're desperate to plug your band and some of your upcoming tour dates in Quebec City.
He's actually wearing a HEAT t-shirt right now.
Sherbrooke. South by Southwest. Are there any other topics you'd like to cover before we wrap it up for today?
I've got a prostate the size of a Buick, and I really have to piss.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about, to cover before we wrap it up for today?
No, you did it all. You didn't leave me any room to speak.
So
you know what? Hang on.
So Jake just grabbed Fiorentino's list here to see if there's any other fun topics to cover on this list.
What time? This episode is not ending. It's just getting started.
All right. What do we got?
All right. I'm not going to leave on this note. Police auction? Did we discuss that?
Oh, that was a good one. Yes, we did.
You won't find anything here.
Oh, Fiorentino, I'd actually also like to thank you. Years ago now, probably in like 07,
All right.
You introduced me to one of my favorite bands, Dinosaur Jr., when I was giving you a lift home one time. I still love that band. It's like 4 albums later, and I'm still really enjoying it.
Thank you.
When I listen to that band, I think of you.
Thank you for giving me a lift wherever I was going.
Were you going home to your parents' place in Laval?
Oh my God.
Why is that such a distasteful thought to you?
Do you want to give out my address too? You want to tweet it out?
Oh no, I honestly couldn't tell you. It's I knew it was in Laval, but aside from that, I really don't remember the details of it.
Do you get paid every time you mention Laval?
No, not.
By who?
Not yet.
Quickly about your family home in Laval. I remember I went there once when we did a strange pretty racist Doritos commercial.
Oh my God.
Why was it racist? I vaguely remember watching it, but I don't really remember. You guys were entering a contest.
I don't want to admit to this. I don't want to admit to any of this.
The thing about you is in thinking back on it, you don't want to talk about it. But in the moment, the thing that brings you the most joy, as far as I've seen, is mischief. And just doing something you think you shouldn't be doing. That makes you smile more than I've ever seen you smile. But
mischief can be very ill-conceived and very hurtful and hateful.
Much like this video was. And I don't really remember what happened in the video. I remember that it was, very early on I realized this was not the video you promised we would be making.
It was not the video I promised myself.
No,
be making.
But that's beside the point. The point of this story is that we had to make a pit stop at your family home in Laval, and
which has been sold
I think
now.
you had to go and take a shower. You had to go and do something, and you left me. You gave me free reign in that home with nobody else around.
That's always a bad idea. Matthew.
What did
now
you do?
I am the proud owner of a packaged and beautiful, 6x8 Matthew Fiorentino graduation picture. Out of the files of Mr. and Mrs. Fiorentino.
Wow, what do you mean out of the files?
It was in a filing. It was in a filing cabinet. It was in a.
You went to my home and you went through my filing cabinet.
It's like a vampire. Once you invite him in,
I'm getting a family portrait.
They just go through your filing cabinet. You know how vampires go through your filing cabinet.
I take family portraits from people's homes when they invite me in, and they trust me enough to leave me alone for a little bit. And I have a beautiful one of you, and it was taken. What impressed me is that it still had styrofoam all around the edges, and it was still packaged.
Pristine.
So one day when HEAT gains a little more traction, I'm going to sell that baby off.
Oh boy!
For what? $1?
whatever.
You'll probably have to pay people.
I bet you could if you guys hit it big, and knowing you'll tank the band before it can go big. You could make some money on eBay for that.
I'm gonna get it signed by Fiorentino too. I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Are there Bram Stoker stories like this where Dracula just goes to like people's houses and like, oh, I'm gonna take your 1998 tax returns out of your filing cabinet. Good luck finding those when you get audited.
He just likes messing with them. But why? I should have taken more. I was looking for a nice family.
You might as well have taken everything. Just taken my life.
Well, I feel like I've done that in different ways.
In piecemeal. So yeah, I guess this is a warning to the listeners. If Matthew is ever in your home, don't leave him alone, because I've felt Matthew's
wrath, or
I don't know.
No, it's not wrath.
What is
your
he
mischievous
What
ways.
is he taking from you?
Well, aside from family
besides
photos,
your dignity,
he's also taken family home videos. He's had home videos of my family's Christmas mornings and stuff.
Do you have a private viewing room?
It's my white noise. I needed to sleep.
So while Matthew falls asleep, he plays a tape of me when I was 7 years old, opening up my Christmas gifts. And I assume he gets much joy out of it.
I do.
Honestly, I feel like my family hasn't asked any questions about it, so I guess it's going to better use in Matthew's collection.
What was the hot gift at Christmas?
It was Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
which one?
Nintendo 64.
No, I believe you were younger. It was just a Super Nintendo.
Oh wow, that's a classic one. That's a good old home video. That's great.
Yeah.
And that's your memory now.
Yeah.
That was you opening that present that day. You got a Super Nintendo on Christmas.
It's true.
And Sebastian got nothing.
Well, I hope that I'm invited into your new home. I really like a nice wedding photo in my collection.
You should swap your home videos with Sebastian's home videos, so that when he goes to watch his home videos, he doesn't recognize any of his life.
Wouldn't that be something? I'd love to see what little Matthew would open up for Christmas.
Yeah. I got him. One day we'll watch him if you want. I did a magic show as a child.
Oh,
so we can sink our teeth
Do you have
into
that video? Do you know you have that video?
I do.
Oh, I'd love to share that with the listeners. Oh, yes. I'd love to see that video. Yeah. What kind of magic tricks do you do?
called myself Magic Matthew.
Okay, of course.
And I was shirtless in most of it. I was very young. I was maybe
a weird
8.
Twist on it.
I just loved being shirtless. I would always walk around in my shorts.
That was the trick.
Did you have a top hat or a cape or anything?
No.
Just no shirt. Quite a costume
Watch
changer.
me make my clothes disappear.
Yeah.
Watch me make my nipples stand up. You would just
camera,
turn off the air conditioning.
Just like, you have to stop saying that. I can't record these. No, but it was just me. I'd sit in different places on the couch, or be in different locations, and then my father would pause the camera, and I'd move to a different location. He'd press pause again, and I'd appear in a new place and be like, "See, just like that. Hey, I'm a little hungry. I kind of wish for a sandwich." And then boom, sandwich in my hand. I'm eating the sandwich. I've eaten it in one bite. And what I would really like to do is finish off that magic act with a shot of me today. Boom. Now I'm
wow,
25 years older.
And now I'm about to age 25 years. Click.
Yeah, that's never been done.
Well,
hasn't it?
I mean, I saw Boyhood, but that was done more progressively. It wasn't in one jump.
No. And I'm not doing this for you, Fiorentino. I'm doing this for me.
Let's be honest, you're doing it for the money.
I don't know what money is to be had.
Here's a quick question. Yeah. When you age 25 years, would you get a top hat or a cape, or would you just remain shirtless?
Shirtless has to be the way. I mean, like what? I'm not a successful magician. I'm not going to.
Well, I mean, you're successful enough to teleport, to make sandwiches appear in your hand, and age. Drastically.
I'm not really doing that stuff, though, right?
What?
This is the camera work.
Oh,
crafty camera work.
Oh,
hey, if you want to do
magic, huh?
If you want to do a magic trick, maybe you can magically make yourself grow some chest hair because you look like a little boy.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah,
right now.
no, I'm not sure.
We did it, guys. It's a wrap.
So next week, Matthew,
Yes.
we're probably not going to have a guest, judging by this episode.
Maybe you should never have a guest ever again.
Oh no, we've had plenty of good guests, and we'll have plenty more. Not everyone can knock it out of the park, but I figured you're a professional recording artist.
I feel like this is a judgment on the effort I put into this.
That's the volume we should have had. That's the enthusiasm.
I just want people to know I put in a lot of goddamn effort. All right, I googled Sergio Momesso before the show. I wrote some notes on a piece of paper.
Get closer to the mic.
No, I'm
arguing,
tired
get
of
closer
the
to the
mic.
mic.
I'm sick of the mic.
So how long do you think this band is going to last, considering that you don't seem to like it or like talking about it?
It's a matter of days at this point. I think it's just a question of when.
You've got these dates lined up.
You have obligations.
Contract, no?
They can be canceled.
So you can see Matthew playing bass at
I don't play
Bar
bass.
Le Ritz PDB.
Was that
February
purposefully
2nd,
wrong? Was that
on
a
purpose.
purposeful error?
No, actually playing guitar. February 2nd, Bar Le Ritz PDB upon Jean Talon.
If I show up.
That's true. He may be replaced by that time for being such a prickly pear of a man. So Matthew, next week we're probably not going to have a guest. Actually, next week we're going to. It's a interval of 10. We're going to be going for a major burger chain burger.
Have we decided where yet?
I don't think. Even if we have, I don't think we have.
Let's surprise. Let's surprise everyone.
Yeah, we'll keep it as a surprise.
I doubt you guys have put any preparation work into next week's episode.
And so, Matthew, next week we're probably going to go to a major burger chain.
Yeah.
But when we get there, we're gonna eat lunch. What should we eat? Should we get try one of their specialty salads? Perhaps chicken strips.
Let's get a burger.
That's usually how we end the show.
Take off into the ocean. For better, forever. She's getting all she's giving. And the better of day. I'm getting lost inside you. Lo and behold, you felt it so. Oh no. I'm getting to the midway. Oh, I think of every word you said. And I suddenly do, and in the end, about the
Normally, I don't like long pauses, but
Somehow
So
it works
peaceful.
on this one. Yeah, it is. It is
Nice.
calming and relaxing,
Huh?
soothing in a way.
All the anger and violence during the pauses.
Hopefully, the listeners can hear the.
The silence is a reprieve from the unfettered bitterness.
I think it's pretty fettered.
What does fettered mean? Is what I would like to know.
You know, it's like
Something's fettered.
if you something's really dusty, right? And what are you gonna do to get it less dusty? You gotta feather it.
This is really the direction you want to take your comedy. This is the choice you made.
Hey, if Kevin James is this successful, I don't know. I don't know if I want to shit all over it. If I can get 2 CBS sitcoms.
Yeah, classic Sebastian. Always aligning yourself with the money.
Well, no, I aligned myself with Kevin James. Too good for Paul Blart. Paul Blart, huge hit. Paul Blart 2, it was alright. Made its money back.
it became derivative.
Oh, I'd love to read that review of Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, Derivative.
But it became a derivative in the original.
Wow. The original was ironic.
This is a very nuanced take of something that no one should have any take on.